Hey, I'm here in Bulgaria. We're in a small village outside of Varna, about 2 miles from the Black Sea. And it's really gorgeous here. It's a nice, about 90 degrees with a nice sea breeze flowing in constantly. And the flowers are blooming. And we saw about 1,000 acres of sunflowers on the way in yesterday. And it's really gorgeous. And so we rested yesterday, and it was about 24-hour total travel time. And so we got up this morning, and we're here at the camp with Betty Cornett. And we probably had about 100 or 120 kids here this morning. And they're all happy, and they were playing games and singing. And it's just been a good time so far here in Bulgaria. After the camp today, we went out to several of the small villages and talked to some of the local people about life here and how they live. The village we went to today had about a 90% unemployment rate, and it reminds you a lot of Romania and Moldova, more so Moldova because of the poverty level. But it is unreal though how these people live. We met with a little girl today who I believe was 8 or 9 years old, and she had some kind of sickness with her intestines, and her medicine is 600 levs a month, which is about $520 US, and her parents have no job, and so that's really a struggle for them. You know, they do what they can to make by, and so it's really interesting here, and tomorrow we'll be working in the camp some more and with the children, and it's just going to be a good time. Today, during the camp, we had a group of probably 35 kids from the ages of 10 to 13, and they were doing training on how to stay out of prostitution and stay out of how to avoid sex slavery and that kind of thing. And it was really neat because they had a school teacher do the presentation. It was presented on a projector, and it was like cartoons, and so the kids they paid attention to it, and they could tell that was sinking into them. And a lot of them, the more kids you talk to, that prostitution is just a way of life over here, and they see it every day. We actually went out today up a 2-lane road in the middle of nowhere, and there was just prostitutes on the side of the road. It's I don't want to use the word phenomenal, but it's just, and you're not used to it. But these kids, that's something that they're just used to, and a lot of them think that's the way life is when there's no jobs, and that's all they can do. And so they were teaching these kids today that there's better life than that, and they say that some of these girls that contract STDs have a life expectancy of about 4 years because once they contract those STDs, they can't afford the medicine for it, or they don't have the medicine here for whatever reason. There's a lot of children getting saved here during the summer camp. There was over 25 saved yesterday, and the Spirit of God's here. The children break out in song, and it's songs you'll know, like Jesus Loves Me, but in their language, and all the children pray. It's very spiritual here, and you can feel God, and He's moving here and working through this camp. But they bus in the kids on these little, well, not little buses, I guess they're like big vans, and it's really neat watching them getting on and off the bus because they're so excited before they get. Well, they're excited all day, but just seeing their expression before they walk into the gate here, you can tell this is the highlight of their summer, because these villages they live in is just stricken with poverty, and unemployment, but they are happy, they're cheerful, and they're getting saved. And I know if we reach the children, that we will reach the parents as well. We got devotions tonight, and Greg and I will be speaking to the workers here. We're staying in the at her youth camp, which is it's a 4-story building with about 20 rooms in it. It is really, really nice, and this is where the workers stay during the summer. And they also have they don't this week, but they'll have some volunteers coming in from all over the place, all over the world, and so churches in the states can get involved in this summer camp, which is really nice, something to look into. But goodbye from Bulgaria for now. I'll be Skyping y'all again soon. So, and I'll be back in the country soon. So we'll see you then.